Okay, and the next question is by Blake Masterson. Huh, Masterson. That's a nice name. I like that. I like that. Okay, how did you come up and how did you put yourself in a position to do what you do? I'm going to answer this backwards. I'm going to answer this how did I put myself in the position that I did to do what I do now. I'm guessing you are referring to vlogging, and if you're referring to vlogging, uh, in reference to vlogging, I started watching The Trooper back in last year, and I've always wanted to do what he does. Yeah, The Trooper inspired me in so many ways. And oh, by the way, speaking of The Trooper, he's having a really hard time right now trying to find that point, that focus point where I knew what the trooper used to be. I hope he finds it. I hope he does. I really enjoy his vlogs. I really enjoy his humor. And I hope he finds it back. But anyway, back onto the question. Yes, vlogging wise, that's how I put. That's how I got here. Is that I started watching the trooper, and I've always wanted to vlog. And then when Nimi came out, that's when I finally pulled the trigger and just said, you know what, I'm gonna start doing it. So trucking wise, it's a long story. How I got to trucking was really quick. I'm gonna do this really quick. So I got out the military. While I was in the military, I was deployed, and there was contractors out there, civilian contractors working for the government, and they make up pretty decent money. So I got out the military, and then I started doing contracting. After all the contracts ended, of course, no contract, no money, and I went back here, and I didn't know what to do, and I started trucking. Boom, real quick, real fast. So how did I come up, man? I was I don't know. I would have to say I'll take that back to my childhood. I will take that question as back to my childhood. I was raised by my grandpa, so nothing else. Never really spent too much time with the parents, with my biological parents. And when I was 15 or 16 years old, moved migrated over here to the U.S. And that was in Oklahoma in 1996, 95, 96, somewhere down that line. Anyway, I hope that's what you're trying to ask. Maybe XT, maybe XT99. Anyway, there's really no question here. He's just expressing his gratitude, and I do. First of all, I want to say thank you for your service, sir. He's retired military, and I was thinking like 6 years was hard. Imagine 20 years plus. So that's got to say a lot about you. So I hope to meet you one day, and if I do, let me know who you are, and I want to buy you a beer, because that's a sacrifice. Retiring from the military, that's a big sacrifice. Your whole life is nothing but military. Next question is by Adam Queen. Adam Queen asked, at first, he was letting me know that I was saying I was out of shape on that video. But anyway, he's asking, do I ever go to Foxwood or up in there in the Northeast somewhere? Trucking, I hate the Northeast. No offense, you guys have the region where trucks should not go. I know there's a lot of trucks out there. I get it. I can make it out there. I got no problems. But if I can avoid that whole area, I will. And that's what I've been doing the past couple of years, avoiding that whole area. When I first started trucking, I was going up there all the time. But as far as playing at Foxwood, never did. Never have. I've gone there, but I was only there real quick. I just delivered real quick and had to go. So, okay, next one is by Larry Grasso. He asks, do you keep an apartment in Las Vegas, and is that your home base? My company home base is Las Vegas, and no, I do not keep an apartment in Las Vegas, and I'm actually looking for a place now. So hopefully, pretty soon I will find a place, and I would like to eventually find a local driving job up there in Las Vegas, so I can get a little bit more poker in me. Okay, the next one is by Sean Mullen. He asked, he's looking for a Filipino, good Filipino place to eat. So I'm gonna snap a picture of the map and post it up on the screen up here somewhere right here. But by far, the best Filipino place is called Tina's. So I've had the best Filipino place I've had in Las Vegas. It's just not that close to the strip. It's on the south side of 215, west side of the 15. So it's not that too close to the strip, but it's close enough. But man, the best. You would not regret it. All right, Sean. Next one is Sean Kimura. He asked, when am I coming with the Pinoy Image t-shirts? T-shirt. I've actually put in a lot of thoughts in this, and we'll see. It's we got a lot of work to do. But it should be coming sometime in the future. I would not count it to be very, very near future, but we're gonna work on it. All right, how about that? Next question is by Michael C. Poker. Michael C. Poker. I kind of like these. I enjoy these names, man. So anyway, Michael asks, "Are you married?" No, I am not. By Mercel Burgeon. I hope I'm not butchering that name. So anyway, he asked, "Hey man, love the vlog. What is your recommendation for the best way to improve my game? I'm not quite the level that you are working. I'm not quite the level that I'm at. I don't know what level I'm at in poker, but it's not that great either. So, you and me both, buddy. Anyway, played a handful of casino poker games, cash and tournaments. Not winning overall yet. I'm learning a lot from vlogs and a couple of books. So, what is my recommendation? Well, my recommendation when it comes to poker, this is just speaking from experience. I don't have a whole lot of it, but I would have to say is a lot of it, man, is what I consider is table dynamics. Yes, learning how to bet, learning pot odds and things like that. That is so important. That is the most basic things that you want to learn. But as far as what to do in certain situations, on how to approach things, man, so far I have just been learning that on the fly, and I don't think I can give you any solid suggestion or information on where to go or what to do. I started listening to a podcast, which is Thinking Poker Podcast. But another thing is that you got to put into consideration that these guys, the Thinking Poker Podcast, they talk a lot about tournament style poker. I mean, there's a lot of cash games in there too, but there's the majority of it is tournament style, and tournament is completely different from cash game. If you're talking about grinding out the cash games, now there's certain hands that you should play that you should not play, and you take it from me, it hits me quite a bit when I play the hands that I should not be playing, and it did get me in trouble, and I get too deep in there. So just keep that in mind. Learning wise, man, I don't think I can give you anything that resourceful, except for that is the basic, no pot odds, no position, learn your opponent, study your opponent no matter what kind of game you're playing, what limit you're playing, study your opponent. I've only played 1-2 and 1-3 you know. And in Afghanistan, we played 1-2 a little bit bigger. You know, it was straddle, restraddle, restraddle, all the way to the original straddler. So he went crazy. But that wasn't poker though. That was more like bingo. But anyway, my only suggestion, man, is that is be humble. Take people what tell you with a grain of salt. Don't never think that that's written in stone. You know. So whatever somebody tells you, that's not written in stone. Just take it all with a grain of salt. You know. The best thing to do is take information, absorb information, and apply it into your own on how you think of it. You know, so that's why I love the game of poker. You know, it's just the game of poker. Nobody could ever tell you that you should approach a situation, this particular situation, this way or that way. I can understand online. I can understand that online, but on live cash games or live tournament games, it's completely different. Absolutely different. You know, and I don't think anybody could argue that. You know, so it's all about how you look at your opponent. How do you think, what you think of your opponent. You know, I understand that there's game theory, GTO, and there's a lot of things that, you know, you can apply in there. If you use optimal strategy, you can reduce your risk, is what I'm understanding. Like I said, I'm not there yet, but my 3-bet and 4-bet strategy definitely on the pre-flop wise has improved. That I can tell you. And post-flop, we're getting there, but we need to work a little bit more. But I've learned all that from Thinking Poker Podcast. So it's called thinkingpokerpodcast.net. That's what it is. It's great guys, man. Great guys. Take a listen to them. Everything is free. So, okay, the next one is by Clark Mott, M-O-T-T. He asked, "What are my plans for the WSOP? Am I going to play any events?" I am not going to play any WSOP events, and I will be taking a gander at the main event. And that's about it as far as WSOP. I did rail a buddy of mine. Shout out to Alex. Alex, he made it deep on event number 47. It was a $1,500 buy-in, monster stack, and he made it pretty deep. There was 6,700 entrants, and he made it to. He finished at 166. So proud of him, man. So proud of him. That's really deep, you know. That's quite an accomplishment, you know. So, but no, not this year. No WSOP this year. So, but we will definitely see some vlogs about the main event. So, stay tuned for that. His next question is, which one is my favorite poker vlogs? I would have to say, poker focus wise, it's gonna have to be Andrew Nemi, hands down. Andrew Nemi. Andrew Nemi, he breaks down hands in ways that I can understand. You know, someone like me can understand. So that's why I love his vlogs. So, when it comes to humorous part of vlogging is hands down the Trooper, man. I love the Trooper, man. So, and David Lim asked, oh, I'm sorry, man. He's trying to get a hold of me. He said he tweeted me, but I never got that. So tweet me again. Go ahead and tweet me again. I probably did not see the tweet. So tweet me again, man. It's just I don't have Instagram, and so just tweet me and I'll give you all my contact information. We can't put that on the video, you know. There's too many scam artists out there. So just go ahead and tweet me again, man. Sorry about that. Next one is okay. Oh, I believe I've answered this one already. How how did you get into trucking? I've answered that already. So his next one is by 224333. What a name. He's also a trucker. Shout out to the truckers. But uh he asks, am I an owner operator? No, I am not. How did you get into trucking? I, I answered that already, but it was because no longer contracts overseas. I got back into the U.S. I didn't know what to do. I got into trucking school, and I started trucking. So, he says, I'm a company driver who would love to get my truck, but I'm not sure it's worth that. For me, I don't know about for you, but for me, it's not worth it. The next question is by Tim. Tim B. Tim B. Is this Timothy? Is this you, Trooper? Nah. Okay. When I'm driving, what routes do I mostly take? I take any route that has a load. So I go all 48. I also go to Canada, but mostly within Nevada, all the way to the Illinois area, Ohio Valley area, and then back to Nevada. So that's about the area, and all the way down to Oklahoma, and then back to Nevada. So that's about the area I go to most of the time. So the final question: who is also a YouTuber himself, a vlogger himself? By the way, may I say that he is also one of the great hand analysis type guy, vlogger. So his name is Robert Kalokhe, and I'm gonna link him down below. So just come check him out, man. Come check him out. He just started vlogging, and man, let me tell you, he can break down some hands. When it comes to poker, he knows poker. So that for sure. Anyway, he asked, ilang taon ka na? Basically, that means how old are you? So in 2009, I was 29 years old. So now is 2017. I am 36 years old. And my birthday is later this year. So, hey, don't forget about my present. Don't forget about my present. So, anyway, that's all the questions we got, man. I'm going to try to squeeze this in as much as I could, and hopefully not too much. It doesn't get too long. But anyway, I appreciate all the questions. Questions are interesting. I would have never come up with these questions in a million if you gave me a million tries. So I want to be making another vlog. We are on the way to not Reno exactly, but to California, just close to the Frisco area, San Francisco area. So I'm gonna try to stop at Reno and play a session, but I'm not promising anything. So till next time, we'll see you guys.